Hi lovely people, welcome to my channel. I am very excited about this video because it will be the first in a series of videos I will call Revisiting, where I will take a look back at the careers of artists, actors, and other celebrities who are in a lot of projects or very active in the industry during their prime era, but are no longer as active anymore. While I was anticipating The Best Man, the final chapter's limited series for the last couple of years, I've always wondered why the actress Monica Calhoun did not have a bigger career. I've seen so many of her projects over the years, and I believe she's a super talented actress, so I wanted to take a deep dive into her career and see what she's up to now. So let's get started. Born Lauren Monica Patrice Calhoun, Monica was born in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania on July 29, 1971, to Lauren Calhoun. Monica mentioned once that her mother and father were separated throughout her childhood, but unfortunately she was unable to meet and build a relationship with her estranged father before he passed years later. Monica and her family eventually moved to Los Angeles during the 70s, where she was raised and has lived ever since. She started acting at age 13 and began working in the theater, where she met acclaimed director F. Gary Gray, who directed Friday, Set It Off, Straight Outta Compton, and Fate of the Furious. Monica attended the Visual and Performing Arts Los Angeles County High School for Arts, where she was able to develop and strengthen her craft in acting. Other notable alumni from this school include John B., Phoebe Bridgers, Anthony Anderson, Finn Whitrock, and Elizabeth Olsen. Monica made her film debut in the 1985 CBS biopic Children of the Night, which was about the founder of the Children of the Night organization, Dr. Lois Lee, who provided resources, special programs, and supported young people who were involved in prostitution from as young as age 11. In the movie, Monica starred alongside Kathleen Quinlan and Mario Van Peebles. In 1987, Monica played Phyllis in the movie Baghdad Cafe, which was a box office success in the European market, and by grossing $3.5 million in the United States, it became one of the most successful foreign language films at the time of its release. In 1978, CBS started an anthology series, CBS School Break Special, that were afternoon specials that targeted middle and high school students that included episodes centered on the foster system, teen pregnancy, bullying, drug use, and racism. Monica starred in a trio of episodes starting in 1989 with 15 and Getting Straight, which was about teenagers dealing with drug addiction alongside Drew Barrymore and Corey Feldman. After a series of made-for-TV movies and after the success of Baghdad Cafe, the movie was developed into a CBS television series in 1990 starring Whoopi Goldberg. In the show's version, Monica starred as Debbie. Unfortunately, the show ran for 2 seasons before being canceled. Critics noted that the show lacked the spark and quality that the movie possessed. Along with that, it was reported that Whoopi left the show after having a disagreement with the show's producers, and that the views were not high enough to sustain the show. Nonetheless, Monica's career continued to soar. In 1992, Monica played the eldest sibling, Rebe Jackson, in the iconic ABC miniseries The Jacksons: An American Dream, which was about the rise of one of, if not the most, legendary musical families of all time. Though she did not share any scenes with him, this was one of the first of several projects Monica would be in alongside Terrence Howard.
Joseph, I just want to thank you for coming to my wedding. I just wish that my brothers could have been here.
Brothers had a gig. There's nothing more important than that.
That same year, she made another appearance in the CBS School Break Special as Carol in the episode Different Worlds, A Story of Interracial Love, which earned her an Emmy nomination for her performance. The year 1993 was packed for Monica as she made a couple guest appearances in shows, movies such as Where I Live and A Different World, the iconic Homie Don't You Know Me episode that featured Tupac. Monica also appeared in the Sister Act 2 Back in the Habit, where I learned she has great vocals, and also the made-for-TV biopic The Ernest Green Story. This was the first project she starred in with her future movie love interest, Morris Chestnut. Monica played Minnie Jean Brown Tricky, who was the member of the Little Rock Nine, a group of teenagers who fought for integration into the Little Rock Central High School during the 1950s. With their determination and resilience, and eventually the support of President Eisenhower, the students were able to desegregate the high school. In 1995, Monica made her final CBS School Break special appearance in my personal favorite episode, What About Your Friends? She starred alongside Lark Voorhees and Melinda Williams, which centered around 3 high school senior best friends who are figuring out their college plans.
Mom, about college. And, because she was running around all the time. Like tonight, I had to beg for 2 seconds of her time. But finally, I sat her down, and I said, guess what, Mom? I'm going to Spelman.
In 1997, she was featured in the Drew Hill video for We're Not Making Love No More, which was the lead single for the movie Soul Food. And this song is honestly one of my favorite songs of all time. After a couple more TV guest appearances, in 1998, Monica starred in The Players Club, which also starred Ice Cube, who also wrote and directed the film, Bernie Mac, Jamie Foxx, and Lisa Ray. In one of her most iconic and memorable roles, she played Ebony, the younger cousin of the lead character Diamond, who starts working at the strip club that Diamond works at, and Ebony begins to act out of control, but eventually she learns to find her way throughout the film. Around the time after the film was released, Monica sat down with BET to talk about how this has been the favorite role she's played at that point in her career.
Yeah, why? I'll tell you why. Because Ebony was a naive, non-knowing, thinking that she knew everything, stubborn little girl, and she got her head busted wide open. And the theme of what her character meant, make money, don't let it make you, don't let it turn you out, don't let it change you or turn you into something that your parents didn't make you.
Wow.
So, yeah, your character had the message.
Yeah. Is that important to you when you do roles?
Nearing 25 years after its release, the film is still considered a cult classic that led to the introduction of several actors' careers and is still one of the most quotable films. The 1990s was a monumental decade for not just Black cinema, but American cinema. Movies ranging from comedy, romance, to action, mostly led by up-and-coming directors, culminated in not only classic but transformative films that broke barriers and showcased the Black community in a more layered, nuanced, and multifaceted light. With movies such as Friday, Set It Off, Juice, Love Jones, this era of filmmaking pushed forth the notion that narratives, storylines, and mainly all Black casts can succeed in the mainstream and thrive in the box office. The 1999 Malcolm D. Lee movie The Best Man, which featured an ensemble cast of Nia Long, Taye Diggs, Morris Chestnut, Regina Hall, and Terrence Howard, centered around college friends reuniting for their best friend's wedding, and this movie eventually became the gift that keeps on giving all the way into 2022. Monica's career up until this point has led her to become one of the most recognizable and featured figures in Black cinema and Black culture. Her versatility and range has granted her to play the wholesome, kind-hearted, and gracious Mia Morgan, the soon-to-be wife of NFL player Lance Sullivan, played by Morris Chestnut. Though her character is central to the plot given how Mia cheated on her then-boyfriend Lance in college with his best friend and the best man, Harper, played by Taye Diggs, Mia did not have as much character depth and story arc compared to the other characters. She came across as more so as an afterthought and someone who occasionally made appearances and had lines, even though Mia was the one getting married. Nonetheless, this movie is still in my top 5 of favorite movies of all time because the cast had great chemistry, the writing was fun and relatable, and it had an overall positive viewing experience. Monica perfectly played the angelic, innocuous, and gentle role as wife and friend, especially coming off of playing a role such as Ebony in The Players Club. For the role as Mia, Monica was nominated for an NAACP Image Award for Outstanding Actress in Motion Picture. After the success of The Best Man, Monica was the lead in the drama film Intimate Betrayal alongside Khalil Kain. And she later was featured in films such as Love and Basketball, Turnaround, the second installment of the Toi 2 Pandora's Box franchise, and The Salon. Monica also reunited with Lisa Ray in the films Silver Brand, Love Chronicles, and Gang of Roses. In the latter film, Monica plays Rachel, who enlists her former gang members to help her avenge her sister's death. Monica also made a couple of TV appearances in shows such as Grey's Anatomy and Everybody Hates Chris, before being cast in the 2009 web series Diary of a Single Mom, in which Monica plays Ocean, a building manager who faces difficulties juggling her family and career. Of all the projects I've seen Monica in, she plays a completely different character from the last, which is a testament to her ability to fully immerse herself into the role and fully become that character. When discussing her process as an actress and how she approaches selecting roles, Monica mentioned, quote, "The roles have chosen me. The goal is to try and convey that character and try to embody who the character is. Once I receive and understand who the character is, it becomes a person to me, and being that person, I try to live their authentic truth and not my authentic truth. What the writer has written is what's memorable. I just put the glove on and walk through the beats," unquote. In 2011, it was announced The Best Man will get a sequel, which was eventually titled The Best Man Holiday, which was released in 2013. Fortunately, the entire cast reprised their roles as their characters reunited for a Christmas gathering at Lance and Mia Sullivan's home. Now, spoiler alert for those who have never seen the movie, you may want to pause and skip 30 to 40 seconds ahead. Monica's character unfortunately dies due to an illness, and it was definitely a tragedy for those, such as myself, who were fans of Monica and her character. When the movie first came out, and even to this day, I don't think her character should have been killed off because Mia was like the glue that kept everyone together and really seemed to have a greater and closer bond with everyone. Aside from my earlier point of us not really getting any character depth from Mia's character, it was really a great loss of the on-screen presence of the great talent that Monica Calhoun is. All in all, it was a box office success and the great balance of holiday tears and laughter. After The Best Man Holiday, Monica starred in a few other made-for-TV films, such as Everything But a Man and No Regrets, and she was later included in the 3-part miniseries The New Edition Story biopic in 2017 about the R&B supergroup of Ronnie, Bobby, Ricky, Mike, Ralph, and Johnny Gill. She played Ralph Tresvant's mother, Patricia Tresvant. During promotion for the film, Monica shared some words of advice.
You're going to go through life and you're going to go through changes, kind of like a caterpillar blossoms into a butterfly. Each part of your life, each phase of your life, you grow. And make sure that you understand the lessons so that when something reoccurs in your life, you know the difference between what is right for you and what is wrong for you. And always be strong with your decisions and never be afraid to be wrong. But number one thing, believe in yourself.
In recent years, Monica was featured in a film titled Leroy, and another spoiler alert, you may want to pause and skip 10 seconds ahead. She made a brief 2-episode appearance in The Best Man, the Final Chapters limited series in 2022. Monica is not as active anymore in the industry as she spends the majority of her time raising and spending time with her son who is blind, who she posts frequently on her social media. Monica also has a brother who is blind, in which she once mentioned that her relationship with him allowed her to gain a heightened level of sensitivity, patience, and compassion as she spent time teaching her brother things that later helped her with her own son. In 2020, while discussing the Elijah McCain case, who was a 23-year-old massage therapist who died following an encounter with the police in August 2019 while he was walking home from a convenience store in Colorado, Monica mentioned that her new fear is that he's 20 years old. If somebody feels any kind of way, if I'm not dressed in my finest clothes and I don't have on makeup and I'm looking like I just rolled out of bed, they question me because of the color of my skin. She continued by saying that it would be complicated if the police stopped her for doing something or if they didn't take her word for anything, and she would be separated from her son. By revisiting Monica Calhoun's career, it is clear that she has made her mark in the industry and has showcased her versatility and the levels of depth needed to take on various roles. She has been included in so many projects to the point that I believe people hardly even noticed that she was in a certain project. Some of my favorite roles would include The Best Man, the CBS School Break episode, What About Your Friends, and the Ernest Green story. Early on in her career, it seemed like she had a great relationship with the CBS network because she was continuously casted in several of their productions, which I feel like is a testament of her character as a person and someone who's easy to work with and brings their all to every role. which is why I look forward to any and every role she graces my screen with. Let me know in the comments if you have a favorite project by Monica and if you were surprised by any of the projects she was featured in. Let me know if you watched the Best Man Limited series and what you think of it. Also, let me know in the comments what other careers in film, TV, or music you would like me to revisit. Thank you all for watching. If you like this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. See you next time.